Thanks for joining me to talk about the Disruption and Innovation Club that we started at the Tower Club.
Hi, Mark. Very exciting. Very exciting.
You know, we were talking earlier, and I thought we should capture it on video. We were talking about the excitement that has and the feedback that we have gotten since we started the club from all kinds of people that we just didn't expect. It's really kind of fun to have that much of an impact in such short of a time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's, I always get excited about how it all started. It just started with this, hey, should we do this? And we just went from there.
Well, I think it started more with you going, I have this idea that these clubs, these networking meetings, these things that we go to regularly are boring. We do the same thing over and over and over again. We either go to classes and workshops or we go networking. And we haven't really figured out a way to actually make it enjoyable, to make it valuable, and to meet people in a different fashion. Because again, hello, what do you do for a living? Really doesn't give you an idea of whether or not you're meeting your people. You're just looking for a job title. And what we were looking to do was go deeper with the things that we've decided to do with the Disruption and Innovation Club.
That's right. That's right. I do remember that. I wanted something that was more exciting, that was more upbeat, but it was the team that made it happen. And I feel super excited about the last event that we had. Just the whole trip to it, meeting every week and just kind of talking about it, getting all pumped up on our own. And then getting there, I don't know if you remember, like all these videos, and it was just so much excitement. And it created excitement under the people. I shared on Facebook, I shared on LinkedIn, and I could see people are like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And like, how was it for you? I mean, for somebody like me, I'm used to that upbeat, and I was super excited, but how was it for you?
So you're specifically asking about what we did in that thing, because for me, again, I'm an executive coach. I'm always pushing people out of their comfort zone. I'm always pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And we were talking about how we could help other people become disruptors, innovators, find their voice in their organizations, whether they're already that type of person, which we like to hang around, or they're people who are aspiring to that. But what you did when we decided we were going to use karaoke to help people get out of their comfort zone, use karaoke to help show people how to support other people to get out of their comfort zone. I thought that was brilliant. So of course I volunteered to go first because at 58 years old, I've never done karaoke and refused to do karaoke. So I wanted to go first. So yeah, for me, although my nervous system is used to being uncomfortable and scared, this one was tough, like right in the middle of the Tower Club where all our business associates are. I'm going to grab a mic and I'm going to sing an Eagles song, right? So for me, it was really freeing. And once I got the first half verse out, I didn't want to give up the mic. I thought this is too much fun. But then, when I saw you walking around whipping up the crowd and having people's attention and teaching people actually how to be supportive of someone who's speaking up, of someone who's outside of their comfort zone, I thought that was brilliant.
Thank you. So what worked for you? Like what was the one thing that you did? And I know what you did, but like what was it that worked for you to take that first step?
The number one thing that worked for me was that it wasn't about my performance. It wasn't about me. I remembered when I stood up there on stage, it was about me entertaining. It was about me giving to the crowd. And that's the same thing when we translate it into business. When you have ideas, we get so self-conscious about speaking up because we think it's all about ourselves. When it's actually about improving whatever meeting we're in, we're improving whatever project we're working on. And for me, translating that into the karaoke, I didn't have to sound good. I didn't have to be a great singer. What I wanted to do, and that was the stretch for me, was to be entertaining. I could concentrate on my voice and sing better, but if I was going to just let the crowd get into it and just have a good time, that was the motivator and the thing that made it more fun for me.
Right. So I'm going to share with you what I saw also. One is you recruited others to be there with you.
Oh, well, yeah, I wasn't going to stand there alone. So I got two other people who were terrified to be on stage to help me.
So you had a total of 4 people, including you, on stage. But then at some point you shifted and you stopped trying to entertain others. You got into the zone of having so much fun by yourself that was the point when everybody got sucked into it. I just remember because I was taking the video of it all.
Mm.
I don't know if you noticed that. There was
No, I didn't. What I noticed was I was able to for me, I was able to get my attention off myself and my performance and more onto being with the crowd and having a good time with it.
yes.
So
Yes.
it translated for you as me being, me having fun, but it was me letting go of myself.
Yes. So what I noticed was that you had so much fun that all of a sudden I could see like people just kind of getting a little bit closer and moving in closer. Because when we first announced it, people were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, they all went to the back of the room.
Everybody kind of stepping back. I'm like, "Yes, that's great." So that was a lot of fun. What else? What else did you notice throughout the evening?
Throughout the evening, I noticed that a lot of people who said they were bold, because we asked people before they came in, who's bold and who's like timid. And a lot of the bold people weren't about to grab a microphone and stand up. They weren't about to risk. So what we had to do was really show them that it really means something that they support whoever's up there in front of the room. And I found that the performances just exploded when people actually clapped and jumped up front and grabbed an instrument and played.
Right. I just remember by the end of the evening, we would have like 8 or 9 people. Everybody wanted to be there, so it kind of turned into this whole party, which was exactly what I was going for. But that's just me. It's just something that I enjoy. But I could, it was just so worth it seeing how people transformed. And you're right. In the beginning, like, oh, there's no way we're singing. Oh, there's no way we're dancing. And then you see them singing and dancing and having so much fun.
Yeah. So now coming up February 19th, we're actually going to do our next one, and it's going to be more focused on, it's still going to be edgy. It's still going to be uncomfortable. So anybody who's deciding to come, just know we're going to put you out of your comfort zone, but helping to actually profile and match the people that you're working with and dealing with, not being inauthentic, because we had this discussion, but how do you read another person and then help yourself connect with them in a deeper fashion so that they can hear your message.
Right, right. So should we give a little bit of a hint of what's going to happen?
Sure.
All right. So one thing I wanted to give out is that we're going to have a friend of ours, Dan Walschmidt, arriving from South Carolina to help us with this particular event. And he's very edgy. He's got a book. He's got everything going on. And when you meet this guy, you really want to meet this guy, actually.
He's going to be great. He's going to be on my podcast before the event, so people will be able to get to know him.
Perfect. So listen to him on podcast and come in and join us and be ready to rumble.
So again. So Dan's gonna help us learn how we can talk to anyone, how we can get to and talk to anyone. And then Jeff Goldfinger, who's another committee member, is also going to help us in now, once we get to meet that person, how do we model ourselves so that we can have our message land properly. This is going to be a great event. It's going to be networking, but it's going to be networking with value and a purpose, and to really give you more range when you go back into the world.
Very cool. So definitely join us.